The mission of Maryland Center of the Arts is to provide a broad range of creative and artistic activities for all people, not just performances, but also programming. That's our mission, is to bring the arts to the region and to work with other regional organizations to make sure that the arts reach everyone in the region. Primarily, my job is to try to find funding for programming, to develop new programming, and to assist in finding funding for construction of new buildings in the Bear Legacy area, which was given to us. So we're moving in that direction.
Well, tell my members in the community at large about this wonderful project that's going on that is in the making right now.
Yeah, first phase of the process is a multi-service building, which can house any number of performances, meetings, things like that. You can walk the Bear Legacy trails to the site and have your meeting. You can have lunch outside, as far as I know. And we're in the first phase. They have gotten clearance to construct the parking lot, as I understand it, to begin the process of constructing each of these buildings. And it's several phases. We're going to start with a multi-purpose building, then build an outdoor amphitheater, and then a larger building, education type building. I am looking forward to the first phase completing the parking lot, because there's a lot of things that we can do. We've just applied for a grant from the Missouri Arts Council to do a number of different type of programs, virtually and in person, and one of them that I think would be interesting would be to set up a tent at the end of the trail and have theater on the trail.
Wow.
Do an outdoor performance of different things. And we hope to be able, once COVID leaves, to be able to do a number of programs at the site for performances and educational opportunities for all ages.
Well, I know my son, who was an actor down
Sure.
in D.C., he does Shakespeare, and a lot of Shakespeare plays were done outside.
Yeah.
So would that be an opportunity to
That may
bring
be
in
an opportunity to do that, and one of the things that we want to do is to bring in those people. You know, one of my goals, particularly with COVID, one of my personal goals, and I think it's relevant to say it's a goal of the Maryland Center for the Arts, is to use professional people to do these presentations. And I know particularly, because of former students and friends in New York and DC and different places, artists are hurting and they're looking for opportunities.
Absolutely.
And if we can figure out ways to do things either virtually, which I'm not wild about because I think it removes a distance to an audience, but a way to do things outside for artists, that's part of my goal in programming, is to try to find those things. And hopefully 2021 will ease up a bit and we'll be able to do some of those things.
I think there's a void in our community for arts.
Yes,
And
I think so.
I think, if we look at the vitriolness in what we are experiencing, the arts have a different way of bringing people together. So
They do.
I'm very, very hopeful.
They do. And I think that our community, particularly the Bel Air and Harford County area, really can use some good professional work. We're very close to Baltimore. There's a lot of professional groups, music, dance, that we can bring. We can also bring those artists to work with our people.
Right.
To elevate our young people and our young performers, to get them. So I'm hoping that in the next several years that we're able to do that, and to bring those artists together.
Now, you talked about fundraising. Now, you have I think I saw on your website, a Harford County Dancing with the Stars kind of event.
Right.
But that's something that's going on for a number of years now. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, that's gone on for a number of years, but we were unable to do it last year. We don't think we're going to be able to do it this year, which was a big chunk of our fundraising, our operational money. So we are working on trying to find other events that will bring in money. I know that they're planning a virtual wine tasting, for example.
Okay, good.
And I think that there are other projects that are being discussed. The other moneymaker that we have that's very popular, doesn't make as much money as the gala, but it's very popular, is the Plein Air Festival, which takes place in the fall, which is artists who paint outdoor scenes from Harford County. And then we have a day where people can come and view and purchase the paintings.
So they actually paint it that day, or?
No, they paint it beforehand.
Okay, paint for it and then exhibit.
Right, and then the next day we have what's called a quick draw competition, which is artists go to various locations and they have 2 hours to paint.
I think I've seen that.
You've seen that? That's in downtown Bel Air.
I was coming down Main Street and I saw some people painting.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Right, and they start at 9 o'clock and they're through at 11, and then we display all the paintings and people go by and purchase them.
If my members and the community at large wanted to support your organization, how would they go about that? How would they learn things?
They can go about and they can go to our website, www.mdcenterforthearts.org.
Okay.
And there is a giving tab on the top. They can find me. They can look under staff and find my email address and email me, or our administrative assistant, Suzanne Zantok, and let us know that they're interested. We can also use, if people are interested in volunteering, they can contact us. Those are the types of things we want people involved.
Right.
We want people to know who we are. We want people to know that we're the Maryland Center for the Arts. We want that construction center to be a focal point for the region.
Bring people to the county and
exactly. Tourists.
A wonderful gem and jewel for this county.
Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely.
going to support you in any way that we possibly can.
Thank you.
Bob, I always like to conclude these spotlights with an opportunity for my guests to share a thought or perspective. So,
well, here is, I'll share with you, I have 10 points to my belief. And I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget them.
Sure, thank you.
So the first thing is that arts bring us joy. And what I mean by that too is that arts are everywhere. Even the exit signs you see were designed by an artist.
Interesting.
Everything you see is art. So you go and you get in your car, you turn on the radio, you're listening to an artist. It helps with creative skills. It helps you think differently about certain things and the way you approach things. I don't approach them in a necessarily a linear manner. Somebody said, "You're a geographic thinker." I said, "What's that mean?" He goes, "Well, you think about this, and you think about this, and you think about that, and somehow it all comes together." And that's kind of the artistic mind, I think. It relieves stress. If you're not a musician, you don't have to be a great musician to pick up a ukulele and bang on it for a while. And I can guarantee it relieves stress. It also, for those who are talented, it gives you a chance to showcase who you are and your uniqueness as a person. It gives you confidence because it helps you in front of people. It has been proven on more than one occasion that it helps students improve academically. And I don't have any statistics, but the students that I've known that have gone through band or drama in high school or take art classes do very well academically.
Sure.
And it also, the arts, in terms of academics, help special populations. Groups that students may have some challenges, or adults may have some challenges. And I think that it gives them opportunities they wouldn't have. It allows you to communicate. I say that the arts is like learning, in some cases, a different language. That I can communicate to you my emotions through my art. And whether I'm singing to you, talking to you, writing to poetry, you can understand who I am by that expression.
Sure.
And last but not least, I think that art helps us to learn not just left to right as we read, but like we talked about geographically, it helps us take the world in from many different perspectives. And when the computer screen is so left to right every day, going to an art museum and seeing things that aren't left to right, but splashes of color and splashes of ideas and different ideas, the arts help us grow as human beings and are essential to each of us.
Absolutely. it's spreading joy and love into our community.
Absolutely.
And it brings us together in a unified way.
Absolutely.
And we're so fortunate to have you in our community, and you can tell through the thought and your perspective, the passion that you're bringing to this effort.
Well,
and
thank
so
you.
We're excited to see
Yes,
the growth
thank
of
you.
the arts
Thank you.
in this region.
And I am too. I kind of my mantra is that we're better off today than we were yesterday if we
Absolutely.
keep creating.
Well, thank you for those thoughts and that perspective.
Thank
I
you.
want to thank my members in the community for viewing this. Please remember to share this with your family and friends. Also, please make sure you like us on Facebook. Thank you.